Here we go with another episode of No Frills, No Thrills, just Brother Haatim. Let's be real. Most of us were handed economic game rules from a rigged monopoly board, where some folks started with Boardwalk, and we were told to be grateful for Baltic Avenue. But what if we told you that the game has changed? What if the only thing standing between us and what we truly need, housing, healthcare, childcare, and yes, reparations is not money, but our collective imagination. Let's break it down. The money you carry ain't gold-backed. It's not silver-stamped. It's not even real in a tangible sense. What we deal in today is fiat currency, a Latin-rooted term meaning by decree. Meaning, it has value because we believe it does, not because it's backed, but because it's blessed by the trust in Uncle Sam in the store we all agree to live by. This is why when folks holler about return to the gold standard, they're not chasing freedom, they're clinging to their chains. A gold-backed dollar isn't safer, it's smaller. Limiting money to a physical substance also limits possibilities, imagination, and innovation. It chains human creativity to a metal we don't need to touch in order to create. Fam, the cell phone you use to read this, born of dreams, paid for by printed money and manifested through belief in the system that made that printing possible. Belief is currency. Currency is belief in motion. Let's get even more controversial. Bitcoin is more real or no more real than a dollar. It's a math-backed belief. Computer-coded scarcity that only exists because folks believe in it. Just like religion. Just like stocks. Just like brands. Money today, whether crypto or cash, is just energy shaped by consensus. So why do we let people in power keep lying, saying we can't afford basic rights like health care or universal child care? That's ridiculous. Let's clear it up. The United States is a sovereign currency issuer. It prints the money. Taxes don't pay for the budget. They control inflation and behavior. They're a tool, not a limitation. So the question ain't can't we afford it? The real question is, do we have the courage to demand it? Here's where it gets beautifully subversive. Imagine a social contract where everyone has access to free healthcare, universal child care, quality housing, tuition-free education, livable basic income. Now pause and ask yourself, if all that was accessible, would the fight for reparations be different? See, reparations is a spiritual debt, but to get the conversation truly moving, we might need to Trojan Horse that energy. We might need to build collective programs that serve everyone, but contain within them the righteous payload of reparative justice. We call for housing, but inside is the correction of redlining. We call for universal health care, but inside is justice for black maternal mortality and medical apartheid. We call for basic income, but inside is a check long overdue for stolen labor. The outer horse looks neutral, but when the doors open, reparation soldiers step out. That's strategy, not surrender. That's self-mastery. When America wants war, they don't ask if they can afford it. They declare it. They print what they need, mobilize, invest, and fight. So why is it, when it comes to healing, housing, or historical justice, we act like we broke? Because we bought into the illusion that scarcity is real. That's what we need. That what we need is impossible. That our suffering is the result of bad math rather than cowardly politics. But here's the kicker. Reparations aren't unaffordable. They're just unpopular with those in power. We say this with love and urgency. Don't get hypnotized by financial jargon and policy theater. Learn how the game works. Modern monetary theory, or MMT, isn't utopian dreaming. Is how the current system already operates, just not in your favor. So flip it. Demand it. Use collective power like the printing press it is. If enough of us believe differently, if we build boldly, and if we wrap liberation inside strategy, we'll Trojan horse our way to freedom. Not by asking for more, but by stripping away the lies that told us we couldn't have it. Now here's my call to inactions. You already know we doing inaction here, right? Africa proverb says, a man who carries too much cannot climb the mountain. Before we demand anything from outside, we must release what limits us within. What old beliefs about money are you still carrying? What political lies have you swallowed about scarcity? What internal ceilings are you still bowing under? Let them go. Not because it's easy, but because it's time. Don't do more. Just stop believing the myth that there's not enough. The ancestors will meet you in that silence.